Hi friends, I'm Dr. Laura and this is my golden retriever Arby, and today we're reading the story Arby's Brave Halloween. Have you ever felt a little nervous and afraid of the costumes and the decorations in the dark on Halloween night? Well, Arby does too. And in this story, he learns that some of the things that seem spooky at first may actually really be fun and friendly. Arby's Brave Halloween. You know, there's something extra special in this story. There's a candy corn hunt. So on each page, there's a little hidden candy corn, which makes it extra fun to read this story. Arby peeked out and gave a small sigh. Oh, Halloween's here, he whispered. Oh my. They finished getting ready and Zelly tied Arby's cape. Let's go, she smiled. You'll do just great. Sounds like he's having some mixed feelings about this, right? But Arby got nervous and stopped near the door. His paws weren't walking like before. He loved Halloween, the costumes, the cheer, but in this moment, he felt mostly fear. He wore his cape, a perfect fit, a badge of bravery was attached to it. But the spooky masks and shadows felt so tall. It made Arby feel a bit too small. Sounds like he's worried about all the different things for Halloween. Have you ever felt a little afraid of those things? He peeked outside but felt shy. What if I see a witch that flies? His tail gave one nervous wag while he tucked his costume's candy bag. Last year a monster made him hide, but it was just his friend Winston in disguise. See, he's remembering when he saw his friend Winston last year. Still, the costume and glowing eyes had caught him by complete surprise. Arby looks very worried when he's remembering that, right? Have you ever had something that you thought of that made you feel a little worried? The zoomy in his tummy really ached. His paws shook as each step he faked. But Zelly smiled and held the door. Just try, she said. That's what brave is for. He tiptoed out to take a peek, while his legs felt wobbly and a little weak. The porch lights flickered down the street, and something stomped with giant feet. Oh no, this sounds a little scary. What do you think it is? Stomping with giant feet. Can you think for a minute? What do you think it might be? What do you think Arby thinks it is? A dragon tail, a glowing snout? Arby gave a nervous shout. He hid behind his candy bin. No way, he barked. I am not going in. Look, his face is very worried. The monster paused, then gave a grin. It was a toothy smile from chin to chin. Arby, it's me, the dragon roared. Then he tripped and tumbled on the floor. Oh my goodness. Is it a scary monster? I think Arby might have been thinking it was scarier than he thought. His mask came off and his tail went flat. A dragon? Nope, it wasn't that. It was his friend with shining eyes, Rex in costume. What a surprise. Look at him now. He took off his costume so we can see it's his friend Rex. It's just pretend, said Rex with cheer. There's nothing real to fear out here. Come on with us. We'll walk in twos. And guess what? Fred's got on his dancing shoes. Look at that. You can see Fred's little dancing shoes. His friends, Fred and Ginger. Arby has very nice friends, doesn't he? Arby blinked and gave a sigh. It's still a little spooky, but I'll try. He wagged his tail, then took it slow. With friends around, he decided to go. Down the steps, Arby tiptoed, feeling shy. He passed by friends and whispered softly, "Hi." But Fred and Ginger danced in line. Their twirls were joyful, their hearts so kind. So his friends are definitely trying to encourage him, don't you think? The friends he saw brought cheerful light. Arby felt his heart grow bright. His joy grew big, his fear grew small. Halloween might be fun after all. Brody buzzed in stripes of gold, his wings wobbled, brave and bold. Magnolia twirled with fancy flair, a flower crown sparkled in her hair. His friends all looked so fancy dressed up for Halloween. Arby, what do you think? Do you like seeing all your friends all dressed up so fancy? Arby loves story time. He likes to snuggle up. Bo wore webs on his head. It was a spider hat with silky thread. It slipped and got twisted and made him freeze. Then it got stuck in the pumpkin leaves. His friends all giggled and helped him free, then cheered, "Come on, more Halloween to see." And just in time, with a happy run, came Burrow grinning by in a hot dog bun. I think he's starting to see the fun in all these silly costumes. Arby looks like he's feeling a lot better, don't you think? Tiffany twirled by in fairy wings with her glittery stars and sparkly things. Then Minnie zipped through leaves and hay, a tiny bat who led the way. They laughed and giggled and sang a song, their candy bags both full and strong. They knocked on doors and gave a bark while stars twinkled in the dark. It looks like they're having a great time. Look at how Arby is feeling here with his friend Burrow compared to when he was feeling like this. Do you remember? Look at the difference. How is Arby feeling there? Very worried and nervous and scared. But all of our feelings change, right? Now he's feeling a little more encouraged, and so he's having a fun time at Halloween. Look, he even gave a little bark. Let's see. At the end of trick-or-treating, Arby stood tall. He'd laughed and danced and braved it all. He faced his fears along the way, and his courage and joy are here to stay. Happy Halloween. The end. So what do you guys think about this story? This one is one of my favorites because it reminds us of a few things. It reminds us that sometimes we can feel a little bit nervous or worried about something, but if we just take that first step, we can start to feel a little more brave and have our courage, and we can have a really fun time. So maybe you're thinking about trying something new. It could be Halloween with trick-or-treating. Maybe it's trying out for a play at school or doing a new sport or singing in the choir. Maybe it's all of these new things that you're hoping to try. And if you feel that little nervousness like Arby did, guess what? You can still do it. Take that first little step, just like Arby did, and you might find you're brave, just like Arby. The other thing I love about this story is it reminds us how our encouragement and our kindness can really help a friend. So our challenge again for this week, for our encourager moment, would be to find your brave, even if you're feeling a little afraid. And it's something that might be really special to do, whether it's trick-or-treating at Halloween, or maybe it's trying out for a new team that you've never tried out for, or trying a new instrument. Try those little things just like Arby did and see if you can find your brave. And the other thing would be to do something kind for a friend, not only just because of being a good friend and being kind, but do something kind for a friend when you can tell maybe they're feeling a little nervous or a little scared. You can be their encourager. Thanks for being here for story time today. Arby and I love sharing these stories with you. Remember, be an encourager.